the timeline, I want to start out by saying that this father is a human piece of garbage, and he's a lying sack of, and he's exactly where he belongs to be, behind bars. He's facing felony aggravated child abuse and felony aggravated manslaughter. So my hope for him is every night when he closes his eyes and every morning when he opens his eyes, his son Sebastian sits there and says, "Dad, why did you do this to me?" Because there is no reason for this little boy to be dead.
Every year since the 1990s, 37 plus children die of heat stroke in hot cars. But most of these stories are just local blips, mentioned, mourned, and then quickly buried beneath the next tragedy or culture war headline. Forgotten Baby Syndrome, or FBS, is widely recognized by child safety experts and neuroscientists as a neurological failure of memory, not malice or neglect. Typically occurring when the habit memory system, basal ganglia, overrides the prospective memory system, prefrontal cortex. A loving dad who always drops off the baby at a daycare changes routine one day. He's thinking about work, about his meal. He drives straight to the office, forgetting his child is asleep in the back seat. It happens to judges, teachers, doctors, pastors, and police officers, and also parents. Instead of saying, "We are broken and in need of mercy," the sheriff takes off, who never laid out facts in due process, moralizing, "This wasn't a mistake. It was evil." That's not policing. That's preaching. And he's not preaching the gospel. He's preaching the doctrine of the state. Fallibility is not forgivable. Parents who fail must be cast out. Only systems, not souls, are trustworthy. It's Foucault's biopower in real time. The state doesn't just punish crime, it defines morality. By calling the father evil, it closes off empathy, ensuring no one learns from this tragedy. It positions the state as the only moral parent, rendering human parents suspect. It inflames the mob. Public shame replaces justice. The true evil is not in a moment of forgotten memory. It is in a society that no longer forgives, and a government that exploits brokenness to consolidate power. When grace is absent, only force remains. The sheriff doesn't point us to God, he points us to the system. See, if you don't parent perfectly, we'll parent for you. But when one child's death gets elevated into a national spectacle, something else is happening here. We're not just being informed, we're being instructed. You are negligent. You need AI reminders, more tech, and more oversight. It isn't about a boy anymore. It's about mass psychological conditioning, a ritualized shaming of the American public. You aren't worthy of freedom. Look what happens when we trust you with it. Now, notice the media language shift. Not a tragedy, but a wake-up call. Not an isolated case, but a cultural indictment. Michel Foucault called this big governance, where tragedy is not avoided, but curated. So the state can instruct the soul of a people through pain. By amplifying one event and ignoring dozens like it, the media does two things. Number one, it weaponizes sadness, not to comfort or prevent, but to control. Number two, manufactures a consensus that a solution must follow. Mandated child sensors in every car, more CPS involvement in at-risk homes, public service campaigns funded by big tech. Whatever the solution is, it's always centralized, data-driven, and guilt-based, because that's the direction we're heading in, isn't it? This becomes a sermon, not a news story. The media spectacle isn't just about a boy in a truck. It's about redefining the family, not as some divinely appointed covenant, but as a state-regulated liability. The nuclear family being reframed from sacred stewardship to a risk portfolio. Parents are no longer seen as entrusted by God, but as potential threats to their own children. The narrative whispers, "You can't be trusted with the gift God gave you, so we the collective must step in." They speak of the village, but what they mean is CPS check-ins, digital tracking of minors, AI babysitters, and surveillance tech. Hotline culture. If you see something, say something, even against your neighbor or family member. This is not tribal intimacy. This is bureaucratic omnipresence wrapped in fox compassion. Parental authority becomes conditional, no longer sacred but licensed, no longer given by God but granted by the village. And the village is not the church. Don't get that twisted. The village is not the community of saints. The village is a technocratic hive where your value is based upon your compliance with the safety state. Children have always died in tragic accidents, but society once responded with mourning and mercy, not moral crusades to federalize parenting. Now tragedy becomes a catalyst for centralization. This is Chase Parrish Space.